And what's going on, shipmates? We are back in Echo. This is a new update for the week. A couple days behind, but no big deal because it's here for 10 days. So the event is going to be here for more than a week. So you have time. Not too much going on this week except for the new featured event for the new UR case that's here. So we'll check her out here in a minute. But other than that, I mean, there's not really too much other than that going on. Modulate stars here. So the Glory Star Progress event here is going to be 20 living metal, and that is going to be for your vibration arm summons. So if you do decide to go after this new unit, it'd be wise to use those to get the vibration arm to go with her and combine it and all that good stuff for just more power. So, all right, shipmates. So, as you can see, that's the only little mini event going on patrol wise. King of the Cage is over. Hopefully, you guys participated. I think I got like 1,400. I was able to get into, I think, the 700s or 600s, something like that before it ended. So I got about 1,400 more fight from that. So it was a good little bump. But other than that, Jungle Mirage is here for 3 more days. If you like a little kind of, not really a puzzle, it's more like a kind of a board game-ish. I mean, there's no dice or anything, but you do get to kind of pick on how you maneuver through the map for Jungle Mirage. And then the goal is to get to the end, which has a bunch of like, it's pretty much you get to pick, I think it's one SSR that you get to pick from. I haven't been in there in a little while, so I'm not sure if URs are now available in there or not. We could check it out real quick. Let's see if it'll let me check it out. So over here, no, you got to do that thing. But it does have its own shop. There is its own summons here that you can pick from, as well as the UR biochip, which is always nice. If you're trying to, especially if you got a team that's already pretty much set, kind of like I am, pretty much 5 out of 6. So I should probably go after this so I can just start breakthroughing the cases I am working with and just upgrading their stats and their skills to higher levels. So but other than that, I mean, there's a pretty decent shop here. If you get the chance, just explore. You get 40 action points, if you can see that, per day to get through. Let's see if it'll show me the whole map. Yeah, so you start out here and you go through all of this to get to the end. When you get to the mirror, I believe you get some rewards, and then you go to like a kind of a next level thing. But if you're really, really, really strong, like 30-40 million combat power, you can go through these shortcuts, because these teams are exponentially higher power. As you can see, there's orange and red as well. If you can't beat them, you won't be able to take the path at all. So other than that, you just go through to see. And then, of course, you can get helping hands and get some people to help you out, join your team. As you go through, you can pick up other cases to help you out as well, which is cool. It's a fun little event thing to check out if you haven't. If you're pretty much done with everything else and you're just looking for something to do in the game, I definitely suggest check it out. So that's what's all going on. Weight of the World is here for 3 more days. So if you haven't gone into it and done anything yet, go in here, check it out. Of course, you want to do the main story. Everything's unlocked, so you can get all the rewards that are available. As you can see here, this is what you get. That's for each chapter, not for the whole thing, but for each chapter. So definitely check that out. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the main course. Dropping the ankle here in routine duty. As you can see, it is our basic featured event. You have the achievements I just went into. Slacky room is going to be the store. As you can see here, I haven't unlocked. I'll probably unlock it right now here a little bit. But you do get 5 elementiums that you can buy with the sticky notes that you use from the participating in this event. So that's there. Progress report. Lucine, as you know, she was just here last week being featured, and then she is the boss for this week. So have at it, get those rewards. Business trip is the story. All three are unlocked. I haven't gotten the chance, as you can see, to actually go through it all. But as you can see here for this chapter, it's still all the goodies are here. All three are unlocked, so you can jump in now. It won't take you too long if you're, you know, probably even if you're like at 50,000 combat power, you should be able to kind of breeze through this. It's not anything too crazy. So you should be able to kind of breeze through this, all three chapters, and get you the rewards there. So have fun with that. So like I said, 10 more days. If you don't have time, maybe you do it on the weekends. You'll have time this weekend. It'll be here, and carry on with that. So last but not least, I'm kind of gonna we'll see how long this video will be. So this is Alina. She is here. Let's start from the bottom as we usually do. The treasure hunt. Nothing, or I should say, let's see what the actual featured treasures are this week. Oh, I'm almost done with that set. Ooh, we got a purple SR. Ooh, luminous pearl. Oh, does that finish the set? Oh, nice. Bam, 8,500. Dope. And then let's see, fantasy ball, which is Alice in Wonderland and Cinderella. Though that is this week. Card summon, of course. Nothing going on here, unfortunately. Not too much that they do with the cards. It's all been the same. It hasn't changed. This has like been the most recent change, which was like months ago. But anyway, Alamano, nothing featured here. Hopefully you guys were able to get Canis Major. Of course, the vibration arms coordinate with who is featured in the regular summon. So we'll check that out here. Neolith, nothing there as well, just the regular banner for those. Come on, there it goes. All right, and then of course our daily tins. Let's see if we can get some SSR stuff. No, we get SR, not too bad. Cool. Regular stuff. All right, now let's get into the case draw. So advanced draw is the same. Surgeon Ways, Vika, she is still here. I've already covered her, so I'll put her review in the description if you guys would check it out. Pretty dope unit. I did like her. Remembering here, she's pretty good. She is Bifrost, so if you're in the Bifrost team or you just need a DPS breaking cover, you might go for it. I'll check it out, the description here in the video for the review. Pyromage is back once again, featured pretty often. You know what? This video is gonna be kind of short, so we'll do a quick little review. DPS, strong DPS. She is East Rise. She is actually one of the few East Rise cases I don't have. There's only 3 that I don't have. So yeah, as you guys know, I have an East Rise team. So we'll take a quick look. Bombs, quick, faster than fire, deals 64% physical damage to 3 random enemies, applying flammable explosive on hit for 2 rounds. What is that? When taking burn damage, there's a 50% chance to take the same amount of burn damage again. All right, so chance for a double hit. AoE there, small AoE. All right, second one deals 179% physical damage to 3 random enemies. All right, another AoE. For each stack of burn on the target, inflicts additional true damage equal to 5% of their max HP. That's not too bad. The additional damage caps at 150% of Curie's own attack. Decent. And then the last skill, she does not have, I say it again, she does not have a 4th skill. This is interesting. At the start of the first 3 rounds, Curie randomly summons 1 Fury to aid her for the entire battle. When summoned, each Fury restores 2 rage to Curie, inflicting burn on 3 random enemies for 3 rounds. Interesting. So you can have up to, by the time they all leave, you're going to have 9 burns going on. Interesting. And of course here, if we look to the left, you can take a look at it, but each Fury does something different. Interesting. Not too bad. Let's take a look at the links. There they are. Pretty decent, not bad. If you're looking for I would give this like a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6. She's not too bad, but she does some damage, and there's some inflicting and burn, which also does damage over time. So, something to look at. Rosabelle. My team leader, my captain of my team at the moment. She is great. As you guys know, she is my most, as you can see here, 2 stars. So I've gotten her 3 times. So she is my most star breakthrough unit that I have at this moment. So that's what's going on. She is back. I might be on the side off camera, be kind of summoning for her again because I'm trying to max her out. Definitely, because she is a really good unit. All right, so here we are. Model employee Alina. She is here. Disruption support. Bifrost. Look at the stats. 441 attack, 9775 HP, 287 for both armor and resistance. Not bad. Of course, her HP is going to be a little bit higher than usual because she is in a support role and not as too much into the attack and as much as the DPS unit. So Bifrost here, she looks pretty cool. What is that, a sword gun she's got going on right there? Dope. All right, let's take a look at her skills. And she has 4 skills, so let's check it out. Accidentally fires a cannonball. Let's not do that. I'm just kidding. Dealing physical damage equal to 154% attack to a default single enemy. All right. And restoring 25 potential deals double damage to a back row enemy compared to a front row one. That is interesting. Secondary. Oh, this is a long one. Let's take a look at it. Casually fired cannonball lands on an accurate hit, dealing physical damage equal to 186% attack to the front row enemy and restoring 50 potential. Inflicts 1 stack of flustered on 2 random enemies. What does flustered do? Reduces attack and damage bonus by 5%, stacking up to 5 times the max of 25%. Each time Alina applies fluster to any enemy, if more than 3 units with fluster are alive, she grants all allies a guaranteed dodge for 1 round. This effect will not trigger if any enemy has already reached the maximum stacks of fluster. Okay, that's not bad. 2 random enemies. So you have a couple of rounds there to actually do that guaranteed dodge. Guaranteed dodge is not bad. It's a free not getting hit for 1 round, and you just getting a pretty much 2 essentially damage twice. Interesting. All right, let's take a look at the third one. Random bombing, unable to pinpoint enemy positions in the chaos. Alina blindly bombards the enemy camp, dealing physical damage equal to 173% attack to all enemies. All right. Full AoE attack. Additionally, she deals damage equal to 20% max HP to the default column, which is default, I believe, is in front. Wherever she's at, capped at 300% of her attack. That's a lot. And applies 2 stacks of flustered. All right, we're getting flustered again. To 3 random enemies. 3 instead of 2 this time, compared to the first skill. And of course, fluster still does the same thing. Now, just keep in mind, this is pretty high percentages of damage, but keep in mind, look at this again, her attack is 441 base stat. About 200 basis points below your DPS unit. So just keep that in mind. Just something to when you're thinking about weighing the options of going after her. All right, so last one here, this last skill, start a battle. Allies in the same row gain debuff immunity for 2 rounds. Awesome. Grants all allies a shield equal to 20% of her max HP. Wow, look at that. Support, 20% max HP shield. We like it. Applies 1 stack of fluster to 2 random enemies again. And of course, flustered is just being explained again at the bottom. So, all in all, true support unit. Disruption is key with the guaranteed dodge. That is very interesting. As she's giving, I mean, she's doing the the debuff immunity, the 20% max HP shield, the guaranteed dodge for 1 full turn or 1 full round, doing single and AoE damage pretty well all around unit. Definitely give her like an 8 out of 10, because this is a really good, like when it comes to support, she's doing a little bit of everything, and that's not bad. That's something that definitely helps. Cool. So let's take a look at her links. All right, you got Lindell increasing attack by 18%. Ludmera increasing armor by 18%. Toph is resistance by 18%. And if you happen to got Coretta and Rahinia, HP is increased by 25%. So those are the links. Now, last but not least, and we'll wrap it up because this is going to be not too much going on. We'll take a look at her vibration arm. Rita. All right, so those are the attributes there. 160 HP, 8420 in attack, 4200 both armors resistance. Now, take a look at the first skill, Scorch. At the start of each round, there are 6 enemies. If there are 6 enemies on the field, at the start of each round, I'll say that again, deals additional damage equal to 200% attack to one random enemy. This damage ignores shields. Perfect. That's a great attribute. Ignores shields and can trigger to 3 times per battle. So pretty much the first 3 rounds, you're doing 200% attack damage. That's not bad. As it go up, as you level it up, it's more and more 400%. Wow, that's a lot. All right, let's take a look at the second skill. The passive on active attacks deals additional damage equal to 200% attack to enemies afflicted with flustered. Triggers once per round. That's not bad either. And if you guys remember, 3 out of her 4 skills, someone's getting flustered. That's funny. So, yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Interesting. Of course, as always, every vibration arm combined with the unit is just makes the unit stronger. But this one does really help and give that support real key instincts of getting more. So not bad. We'll do a quick summon. The only one I'm going to do, Bifrost, it's not for me, as you guys know. East Rise, so I will be doing 110 summon for Rosabelle. Hopefully, low chance, but maybe we'll get her. Let's see. Oh, that almost looked brown, blue, green, or whatever the color is. I forget. So, all right, shipmates, that's it for this video. Quick, short, nothing too much going on. Bit of a slow time for mobile gaming right now. There's a few king games out there, nothing too much I'm going to be getting into. Still waiting on a few other big games coming out. So subscribe, like, comment in the videos. Definitely check out other ones that I've been putting up. I will be putting up some more Silver and Blood, so I'm starting to progress in that game a little bit more. As far as Echo, I'm just waiting for something really big. I pretty much, I think, covered everything in the game so far. Most of the patrols I've gone over. I've done tips and stuff like that. I've done update progress, stuff like that. As you guys see, I'm at 18.2 million now. When it comes to PvP, I'm still at 35. I'm pretty much stuck there until I get to maybe like the mid-20s mil, when I start to when I'm able to pass some of the holders that are close to me and above me. So, but other than that, keep going, keep trying. Find the seas, look in the waves, enjoy life. You guys have a good one. I'll see you guys next video. Fair winds and following seas. See ya.